Alright, hopefully we're good. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. So, I did literally nothing off stream, because I streamed super late yesterday as a result of having so many hardware issues and software issues and everything else like that. I basically streamed and then watched an episode of Attack on Titan and went to bed. I'm enjoying going back through and rewatching it. At one point, cactus. Okay, I guess I'll take cactus. Sure, why not? I read up to like 106 in the manga, which, as you know, probably if you're familiar with the story, it goes up to 129-ish, I believe. Because like 130 is freedom or something like that. But I'm finally going back. I'm rewatching the anime because a coworker was like, "Yeah, it's actually pretty good." In my opinion, after reading the manga, is that Attack on Titan was kind of mid. So we're going back and rewatching it. It's awesome. The anime's got so much more detail. I'm able to pick up on so much more than the manga. Maybe I'm just a bad manga reader. I have no clue. But I had fun with that. In the meantime, in the world, status update. We have 2.5 hours roughly to wait on steel, and then we'll be good. We can't upgrade this further, naturally. It is polluting the air around us, so we do need to wear our hazmat suit, which I think is kind of hilarious. So once we get air filters, that'll be nice for that. For rubber, we have this operation down here. We can chop down the trees and extract rubber from the wood and the saplings and whatnot. Eventually, we're just going to have a line of them, and then we're going to use tree chaps, I think. And then steel, and then copper. Copper, we got to actually go hand mine. We need like 900 more copper, which, I mean, isn't too bad, right? Like, we literally just go hand mine it, and we're good. Oh my god, so much iron. How do I make this into ingots again? I know we can make armor for cheaper, it looks like. I mean, we might as well just make it into raw iron, right? Because we have plenty of iron. This is the one downside of our current copper source. It's more, what should we call it? It's more iron than it is copper at this point, but we have others available that we know where they're at and stuff. We just gotta do the thing and use them. Okay, this is like all the materials stacked up together so far, which I think looks super satisfying. And I'm very proud of that chest. I was getting distracted because I wanted to forge these back into ingots. How's it going, Pseudo? Thank you for the hydrate.
Says hydrate.
Ah, I got it fixed. Better stream, one change at a time. Now I probably need to increase the volume on it or something. Where did I put my ingot mold? Guess I didn't think I was going to use it much, and so I just like threw it somewhere. We would save so much time if things were actually organized. Size in it? What in the world is that? It's not sticky reed, it's not sticky reed. That's not what we want. Is it in one of the furnaces or something? Is it in this furnace? But we gotta like do this if we want to visit it because yeah, it's in here. Okay. This pipe is so huge. I know it says huge electrum pipe, but I wasn't expecting it to just like literally be a full block for a pipe. Kind of crazy. We did somewhat reset our rubber bar progress yesterday because we spent so much on getting the hazmat suit because the steel is killing us. Which is kind of funny. We've gotten so industrial that the fact that we live in a hole in the ground is finally catching up to us. Okay, let's go make more crop sticks. Whoops, I'm hitting control. I need shift. I'm out of saws, just like that. Oh! Oh, that didn't take long. Game's afraid of our power. I'm crafting too much at the same time. It's kind of funny that Neuros was the one that suggested this, but he hasn't been around for a few days. I guess he was around a little bit yesterday before everything crashed. Like, enough time to say hi, essentially. That's an interesting sound. I like that. The sound of progress. Alright, I think we babysit the crops through like 1 or 2 more iterations. We chop down the trees, and then we're gonna go mine more copper, because it's probably not what's gonna take us the longest. Like, if we're being realistic, it's going to be steel. But garlic. I don't think I have garlic yet. I do have potato. It's 1% chance, by the way, for us to get the tree we want. I feel like I made like hundreds of checks out of the whatchamacallums. I checked like hundreds of the seeds and the plants and whatnot as it's mutated. And yet here we are. Still not even really close. Why do I have the controller sitting there? So I haven't hooked in anymore. And then after I made all my radical changes. Alright. One thing before we go. Let's make the bibliocraft armor stand. This thing right here. We want to make this because if I remember right, it will allow us to like immediately switch our gear. That's what it's done in other mod packs. So I'm hoping it does that too for us. So I'll do that for us here as well. What am I trying to say? English is difficult. I need like 16 of these, if I had to guess. Just the ballpark. Six screws? Or do we want, let's do 8 screws. Okay, spring, pressure plates. I need, dude, this is the first time I've ever needed bolts instead of just making screws. That is funny. Okay, so remember the idea with this is that you can just do this, and then if I shift right click, I have to do each slot, but still. Okay. That is convenient. Suspected spam caller. Okay. Dude, I like never answer my phone. Like literally ever. Unless it's like somebody I know who calls, it's like, alright, I'll answer. But like, it's a number I don't like immediately recognize. What is a solicitor? Genuine question or the spammer? Etterman. Solicitor is a little bit of a lesser used word. A solicitor is somebody who like comes up to your house, or I suppose calls you and they want you to sell you stuff, or maybe they want you to sign a petition or something like that. I actually don't know where it comes from. It's like a word origin. To solicit is probably a verb. If you're soliciting someone, you're probably asking for their services or something. Romanian? Oh, that is pretty cool. So telemarketers would be solicitors. Also, door-to-door salesmen would be solicitors. In the US, we have these guys called Jehovah's Witnesses, where they just like show up to your house. I'm not even sure what all they do. They show up to your house and they're like, we're witnesses of Jehovah's or something like that, or whatever, and they try to get you to join their religion. Those would be solicitors. If somebody was asking you to sign like a petition or something for the city, they'd be soliciting. That type of stuff. Alright, let's go mine copper. We need it. Oh, my throat's not saying very clear. We're gonna need a whole other chest down there in order to collect all of this seed. Kinda ridiculous. I don't know why it's so foggy. Have you ever played Arlcraft? Oh, there we go. Can't say I have. I've heard a little bit about it. If I remember right, it's kind of just... Ooh, oh, wait, one sec. Okay, let's not go up to 32. Let's try 16. 12 is definitely a little short. That's one of those like crazy mod packs, right? Where there's like giant flying dragons and stuff. Because if that's the case, I've probably seen Captain Sparkles play through it. But I mean, that was years ago. It looked like it was pretty fun. That'd be all I know about it, though. And like I said, it's been years, so I don't remember a ton. It's the most extreme. I don't know, I feel like GregTech's pretty extreme. But to each their own. Oh, I see, okay. We are losing some of our benefits of having a good diet. I think because I don't have enough dairy. Or fruit, either. Wow, okay. Oh, we're still really tough. How do you get wood? Okay, it's not Terraformer Craft. Because I know Terraformer Craft is like you have to go around and you pick up stones or something like that, and then you're able to get wood. It's not like that. GregTech is more of like a tech extreme mod pack. But you're literally able to just go punch the tree. Now, in order to craft a crafting table, you need flint, which I think is super weird. And in order to make a door, you need iron screws or something like that. I forget. It's been long enough. And iron screws are like 3 or 4 steps to craft. Iron Honest wasn't that bad, to be honest, looking back. Like, I thought it was really bad to begin with. But, like, once I know how the mechanics and stuff work, like, it's really not as bad. I don't know, maybe it's not Minecraft's most extreme mod pack. Maybe it's the longest mod pack still. I think we were talking a lot about how long it takes people to beat the mod pack or whatever, and it was like even experienced players are taking like thousands of hours. The good old flinting table, exactly. Furnaces require flint. What else weirdness was there? Enchanting tables require us to go to Thaumcraft. We have like 3,000 different quests. Oh, weeding trawl. Like, I was told to look up Stargate when we started as, like, one of the more expensive items. And what was it? Alright, so that's one of the ring blocks. I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of these. And so like, let's go into the field generator, which requires all of this. Which, I mean, we got 4 different fluids in there, plus a 16 by 16 crafting table. I have no clue what this material is. Nuclear stars. Requires molten infinity and gravity stars. So wait, you gotta refine nether stars like 4 times, and then you're able to get the right type of star, which then you need 64 of to throw into this craft with 4 different fluids and like 15 other items. Oh, that's the absurd stuff that GregTech does. No, chest is pretty easy. Chest is honestly not too bad. Whoops, that's Demon's chest. I want a vanilla chest. We do have mechanism, if I remember right. We do have mechanism. Alright, I lied. We don't have mechanism. We have Ender IO. But like, let's take ores, for example. Like what's a raw... Ooh, I'm lagging. Yep, Rita, you're cooked. What in the world are these ores? I haven't encountered all of these yet. There's some crazy ones. But like, let's go like yellow garnet, right? Like, there's this giant processing tree or whatever in order to get yellow garnet, which is like a single random gem. And like you're able to smelt it, but like you can also macerate it. And with these, some of these you're able to macerate again. You got this, which you need to clean at a simple dust washer. Then you got this, and then apparently you have to use an implosion compressor and stuff. And yeah. Avaritia? I have never played with this. I did see the compressed crafting table. I thought that was funny, so I just crafted it. I mean, we got Draconic Evolution for armor, right? From what I've heard, though, there's a stronger armor set. I don't know what it is yet. It's probably the nano machines, the nano suits. But I'm not 100% sure on that. That doesn't look too bad. This might actually not be, because that looks super attainable. How do I start getting into that? Well, like, if I want to get into Evarita, what is my first step? Maybe I forget the soup. Rip. The armor? This stuff? The infinity? Okay, so now when you get extreme crafting unlocked, we need cosmic neutronium, which requires the molten version. How do we get this? Apparently we have to make a neutronium comb, combine copper and whatever this stuff is. There are 4 other different alloys in order to get cosmic neutronium. Neutronium collectors. Right here. This? Yeah, let me just get some like bedrock large plates. But that's the other thing this does, right? Is that a lot of stuff is more expensive. more, I guess not more expensive, altered recipes. Like, if you want to get into Thaumcraft, you have to... I don't know what all you have to do in order to get into Thaumcraft. But supposedly I'm going to start Thaumcraft soon. Sometime in low voltage tier. Yeah, we're still... In the scale of the mod pack, we're still very, very early game. I don't think we're doing too bad in general. Like, our overall power level is pretty good, I would say. Like, I still don't want to fight the, what are they called? I literally can't think of the word right now. So some of this has been AFK. I will say that. Whoops. I'll say quite a bit of this has been AFK. We're at 67 hours so far. 65 apparently not AFK, but realistically there's probably 15 hours or so of that where I'm just kind of like alt-tabbing in and out. It takes like 15 minutes or something for the AFK timer. Something crazy. It's way longer than you'd expect. Thanks for the follow, Enderman. We're still at 0 deaths, which I am super stoked about. We're playing on the hardcore mode or whatever for the mod pack. Which reminds me, I still have to make mob farms, so that way we're able to get more hearts more easily. Capture a bunch of squids and lock them in our basement. A bunch of sheep. Cows. Cows are probably one of the more important ones. Alright, I said I'd go one more tier further down. I don't know if that's necessary.
Enderman 28 just wanted to say cheese, 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 cheese.
That's a lot of cheese. Do you have health canisters? We have something slightly different. We have... I guess I don't have a good tool to show you with it right now. We have... Pam's Harvest Craft has all those different materials and whatnot. So we're using Spice of Life in order to increase our hearts. We have to eat like so many unique foods and whatnot in order to increase our maximum health, is the general idea. I think I'm at like 8 bonus hearts. I'm almost 2 full bars, even though it does look like I have 3 full bars down there. That's because I have toughness, which is a bonus from having good nutrition, I suppose. But now that you mention it, I'm sure health canisters are a thing. Okay, yeah, and we are able to craft them eventually. Infernal, that's what the scary mobs are called. So yeah, we'll eventually be able to get more hearts, it looks like. Eventually we'll be at like... what, we get 20 additional hearts from the food. We get 30 from the canisters, 50. We'll be at like 60 full hearts-ish by the end. Yeah, Secret's Construct. That's what gives us these insane tools too. Okay. I'm gonna just mine the veins we can see, and then move on to the other copper vein. I figured they'd be disabled. I figured we'd have the food as the alternative as opposed to having both. I'm not gonna complain though. Mystical agriculture. Botnia. Wait. Dude, that's too funny. This is before I understood how GregTech spawns ores. I started a strip mine. So this literally just goes straight to our base. Project E would be useful. We have Project Red. Guess I'm not 100% sure what Project E is. Off the top of my head. Mark deplete with delete. The repair talisman. Yeah, doesn't look like it. This mod pack is sad. Yeah, it mostly revolves around GregTech. GregTech because, like, that's all this processing stuff, right? Like, I think literally everything you see on screen is GregTech, with the exception of, I guess, there's veins and stuff that aren't. But it's a lot of machines. Well, it's got a lot of the super powerful mods that you'd expect, right? Well, it's missing a lot, I should say. I think part of that is because it's trying to be more balanced. And, I believe Mystical Crops, if it's the one I'm thinking of, gives you some pretty good shortcuts in order to get to the end game. Angel's Rings? That'd be a good question. We do have them, because it's part of extra utilities. We even have a quest in order to get the healing axe much earlier than probably otherwise. Because I suppose to craft it is probably bedrockium, which is I guess it's not bedrockium, it's unstable ingots. Yeah. I'm sure I'll have to make unstable ingots still at some point. There we go. Now this is what copper looks like. All this calciferite is all copper. The pyrite, which looks slightly different, is iron. This is raw copper. It's like 10 nuggets that we have to process further. Okay, so it looks like I did start mining it in the quarry fashion last time I was here. You start making it right now. Yeah, let me just like jump to the very end of of Thaumcraft. When to start Thaumcraft, you need a wand, right? Well, what's the basic wand? Probably an iron capped wood. That seems about right. So we need Twilight Forest. We also need aluminum, which this is an ore I haven't even seen yet. Cryogenics. Let's hope I get like the raw nugget or ingot form. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a little bit more, a little bit more involved. I mean, I was looking at it, it's like, all right, you know, like, so now we got into Thaumcraft, because it's Thaumcraft craft. Start one, iron capped wood rod, right? Like, obviously. Well, we need aluminum, which I don't even know how to get aluminum yet. I'm pretty sure it's in Twilight Forest. So I have to go to Twilight Forest, fight these guys. We need the iron caps, which we can make these, actually. These aren't too bad. It'd just be the aluminum and the Naga scale. Oh! Oh, and we need to get into bees for an impregnated stick. We need a carpenter. Yeah. That sounds super broken. I much prefer jetpacks as opposed to like the creative flight too. I'm a big fan of simply jetpacks. One of the first things I do is rush the jetpacks and whatnot, usually. Even a lead jetpack is surprisingly useful with a hang glider. Yeah. Is that what it says? Impregnated? Yes, impregnated. It is a very traumatized stick. But then we need copper nickel, which is another alloy I haven't seen yet. These robot arms I have seen, but they're a little annoying to craft. But yeah, I have no clue how to make copper nickel. This requires nickel. I don't know. It's osmium, technically. Which is a Twilight Forest. Twilight Forest is the first time we can get it. GregTech New Horizons. If you're searching for it, you might want to try GT New Horizons. It might pop up under that name a little better. Whoever, when I first got to these ore veins, I was mining very savagely, like specifically for the copper and whatnot. And now that I got more gear, it's like I'm trying to actually quarry and like finish the whole vein. And so many like random holes and stuff trying to clean up is kind of obnoxious. Might be easier with pickaxe, it looks like. Something fun about this pickaxe is that it's cobalt, and I do not have the ability to process cobalt yet. I got lucky and I found some cobalt ingots in a chest somewhere. I found 3, so I upgraded my pickaxe head. Unfortunately, that means that we are unable to manually repair it, so as soon as it breaks, we gotta wait for moss to fully recharge it. I don't think it's been fully recharged in a long time. But it's kind of fun though, because I can go mine cobalt and ardite in the nether. And I feel like I'm breaking things even though I don't have a way to process it yet. As far as like low voltage machines and stuff. Greg needs to needs to consult with his engineers and make the tech easier. True. I can agree with that. Surely I got fruit in here, don't I? No, I don't. Okay. Next time we're back at base, we're gonna pick up apples. Why did that not... Did I tap shift or something like that? Oh man, that's annoying. Oh well. Watching Iron Lung Multiplier movie right now with Heidi. Can't hear anything on stream. I want to stop by and say, what's up? What's up, Webby? Have a good, enjoy the movie. Sounds interesting. I know nothing about it. Dude, Troy is actually gonna be fun tonight. I've been kind of dreading it a little bit while I was at work and stuff this morning, but like, more I think about it, it's like, Troy is gonna be a lot of fun. Going to play the game with Webby later tonight. If you want to catch that, you can visit twitch.tv/Sugaku. I think we go here. And this is probably the back wall of the vein. Not 100% sure. If it isn't, we'll find out soon enough. So the reason I'm mining in this funny pattern, the way that ores spawn in GregTech is essentially there's these things called ore chunks. And it's a 3x3 chunk grid. So if I open up journey map here, you can see we got these 9 chunks around here. All are copper. These 9 chunks over here are all copper. And the middle chunk down in like literally the middle of the middle chunk, if you dig straight down, you'll hit the vein, which is this giant rectangle of all of this calciferite, pyrite, raw copper, all the good stuff, right? And it spawns in this big old rectangle. And so I want to make sure I get all of it. So that's why I'm trying to make sure I get the full rectangle around it before I start quarrying all the way down. There's like certain rules where like how far away from the middle it can be and stuff like that. I don't know all of it. I pretty much just mine until I stop running into new ores on the wall. But these things are massive. I'm sure you saw from the last one, they go pretty deep and they're pretty sizable. I think somebody said it was like 40 stacks of ore sometimes in some of these, which is just, it's incredible until you realize that for this craft, I need 18 stacks of copper ingots. Feed the Beast Ultimate would have been very useful here. Feed the Beast Ultimate. I don't think I've heard of that one. But like any amount of like vein miner or like quarries and stuff would be super useful. Refined storage. There might be refined storage. Nope. No refined storage. We do have applied energistics. But well, at the start of this is the ME controller, which requires high voltage, which we're not there yet. We need a circuit assemblator and molten lead apparently. How's it going, Gavin? Did the thumbnail say pans? Did it say pans? Oh no, please tell me it doesn't say pans. Alt Shift D. I don't have a good... I still have a good, whatchamacallit, file browser. Faye. Stream thumbnail 2. No, there's an I in there. There's an I in there. Try holding down the button on the left one. You mean grave? Are you talking about vein miner? Because I don't have vein miner, if that's what you're wondering. I was half expecting it to need a pocket dimension. I mean, there are like other planets and stuff we have to travel to get ores and stuff, right? Like, I don't know if you remember when I looked up nickel. Like, there's how many different planets and stuff where we were able to get this resource on. It's crazy. I haven't played a lot with Galacticraft, but it'll be interesting to play around with. One of those mods I hear that's like super popular. It's just never been my cup of tea. In the middle of this tech pack though, I think it'll be fun. Galacticraft feels like an ancient relic. Yeah, cause what? It's got some custom bosses and stuff in it, doesn't it? Like the mutated creeper or something like that. I forget. Let's build our staircase at this end. Yeah, so either it's on a different key or I don't have it, Enderman. They did say a lot of keybinds are undone. So what would it be called? Ultimate? I got nothing for ultimate. How about Feed the Beast? FTB, Forge, Fluid. Yeah, this is go all the way down. Wireless, Wayla. Is there an other category? Streaming. That's right, I forgot about this. Minecraft like 1.5 or something added it, maybe 1.6. You get stream from directly in game. Like dead before I even really started playing mods, and yet here it is. Yeah. I think it serves as a good framework for like outer planets and stuff though, because otherwise I wouldn't expect GregTech to use it. To be honest, I wouldn't expect GregTech to use it, period, but since it's in here, I assume they have good kind of like basic frameworking for that type of stuff. Okay, the dirt's getting a little annoying. Oh, it's kind of a shame. Whoops. So that is slimy on our pickaxe and our shovel. What streaming software do you use? I use OBS. The tried and true classic. Whoops. Oh no, my staircase isn't completely ruined. I gotta build a new one. It's fine. Oh wow, okay. I guess we're heading back because we're full on both diggers and miner backpacks are full. That's a good haul. And we got 23 durability. Where is our sky? There we go. Grab our real weapon, just in case there's some crazy stuff up here. I think we're good. There's some like wild creeper variants in here. Like there's one that'll teleport. I've had it show up in my base like twice now. Not a big fan. There's some creepers that will drown you. There's confusion creepers, which like teleport you to like a cave or something nearby. Then there's like infernal variants of mobs where like there's literally a spider that I couldn't kill because it had too much health. It had regen and it had like thorns or something like that and wither, like retaliation. So like hitting the spider literally do enough damage to me where I had to stop and heal. And I couldn't kill it. Bush Kakashi. Oh dude, that figure looks good on Bush Kakashi. Okay, maybe that emote's gotta stay. Maybe it becomes like a follower emote or something. I was actually thinking about removing that one. Bush Kakashi? Yeah. I got an emote on Twitch called Bush Kakashi. It's literally just a screen grab of Kakashi in a bush. And one of the rewards that you can do is you're able to modify an emote, and you can put like a thinking finger over it or whatever, and it actually like it fits surprisingly well. Do that there. These guys. That's grout. Throw those in there.
Enderman28 just wanted to say, hey Google, play Rickroll on YouTube.
That's a good one. Oh wow. Okay. I was really not expecting that to get that full. This is the fuser, right? Yeah. This is a byproduct of doing the rot ores, because they give you 10 nuggets. So I gotta throw them in here, and it fuses them together. Fortunately, I can't see what the input looks like. So yeah, we have 412. We need 1,152 plus 128. Hopefully this helps. Still got more iron than we got. Oh, there we go. That's all copper. Yeah, way too many nuggets. Sure, I can throw the raw pyrite in there, that'll be fine. Actually, I do have some gold now, don't I? How much silver do I have? 2 gold plates, 2 stacks of gold nuggets. It's just that track. I don't know why that track's so loud. Thank you for letting me know, Enderman. I got it turned down. So alloys into 2, right? So it means we're only able to make 6. We'd have to go mine silver if we want to make electrum. I do play other games. For example, one of the ones I play quite often is World of Warcraft. But I mean, I like all sorts of games. I like Terraria, which I'm playing tonight. I like Warframe, which I play with a friend. I gotta play Celeste again. There's probably a few people waiting on me to get that 100% in. Minecraft's just kind of like the main game or whatever, though, if that makes sense. Yes. Oh, impure pile of iron dust. Well, I can just smelt the impure version. That is interesting. Schedule 1, I have not played Schedule 1. Those like shop simulator games are just kind of not my style, if that makes sense. Like there's one for a water park now. There's like a trading card game and a few others, I think, right? I much prefer RPGs, and I suppose Minecraft's kind of a sandbox. I like Minecraft though. It's not a shop sim game. Schedule 1? Is it Schedule 1? I thought Schedule 1 was a shop sim. I am American. Would be fantastic, right? Everyone wants to do their job in games. Yeah, exactly. Just all read all the way. Schedule 1 has guns. You drive a hard bargain. You know, maybe I'll have to reconsider. I'm kind of surprised it all went to read. That was funny. Yeah, and like I said, it's really just not my type of game. You did tell them you were American. Has guns, a fair attempt to convince based on that. True. We gotta turn the creosote back on. Gavin is talking in a YouTube chat right now. Yeah, so if I'm talking, like I'm responding to somebody, but it's not you, Enderman. Enderman's over at Twitch. That's because there's people on YouTube. And vice versa. You can buy and add gasoline to drugs, which is basically oil. You know? It's not a thing Americans like. Oil. Apparently Gavin is inside my mind. I'm just going crazy. But you know, after this week, yeah, I'm probably a little crazy. It says American can get all the oil you can. True. I will concede that. We get all the oil. Oil is very important. I thought I had obsonite somewhere around here. We have to make another batch. Which means we need more lava. Suppose we can just create more lava, can't we? Let's do that. There is no YouTube chat. YouTube chat is an illusion. Alright, time to get poisoned. Whoops, I shouldn't do that. I should do that. Did the Tinker Smelter require Singularity and Parallel Omni Creator device? No, but it did require a brick mold. Which honestly, the brick mold is pretty cheap. Did it require a brick mold? Ooh. Okay, you just had fancy. Ooh. Yeah, we don't mess with him. That is quite the resume. Wait, and we got Wisp. He's got a lot. He's like vampiric, something of the other, or whatnot. You know, with a resume like that, I'm not messing with him. He can live his life however he wants to. I'm not here to tell him otherwise. Yeah, I think he was vampiric. He's like apathetic vampire of the fireball or something or other. My Romanian brother is here. Be careful with your wallet. This does behave like normal magma blocks. The texture is slightly different though, because it's like a backported block or whatever. We're actually in like 1.7. Can I do that? I can carry lava! And you just pickpocketed you. Rip. Here's all my money. Luckily I wasn't carrying much. We might need obsidian too, but I'll come back with that if I need it. Is he still around here? It's okay, he's gonna take your money because Gavin took it yesterday. Alright, have a good one, Enderman. Thanks for stopping by. It was nice to meet you. And this world I'm poor anyways.
Enderman 28 just wanted to say cheese 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 cheese.
I do believe. Cheese. Oh, we should put on hazmat suit. I'm about to go back into the nether though, right? So let's I'm not too worried. Some of that hard-won steel. And I need the zinc, and it should be good. Oh no, I destroyed 2 of them just by doing that? That's wild. Oh well. I'll fix it later. Future me problem. What in the world is this thing? Singularity from Applied Energistics, 512 from a neutronium compressor. Added by Aldi? These are some wild item descriptions. Insert a black hole seed to open a black hole. The black hole will begin its life at 100% stability and slowly decay by 1 per second until it reaches 0. At 0, it becomes unstable. It avoids recipes and eventually it closes itself. If the day can be halted by inserting 1 liter per second of space-time into specific hatches. Every 30 total seconds saved by space-time insertion will double the cost per second. Insert a black hole collapser to close the black hole to restore stability and reset space-time cost. Close the black hole and open a new one. Use 20 circuits for compressor and 21 for neutronium compressor. 8 parallels per voltage tier. 500% speed. 70% usage. 2 and 4x parallels with stability is below 50 or 20%. Supports GregTech, multi-amp, and laser hatches. Recipe tier is not limited to hatch tier +1. Will not perform overclocks above a hatch tier. A limit to 1 energy hat using multi-amp or laser. What in the world? Plus minus times divide. Crossed hands. Thumbs up. Cheese. Exactly. I'm glad you understand, Gavin. Oh man, what a wild item description. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I'm still running out of zinc. Maybe we should get further into bees. The other work's actually kind of big, isn't it? New plants are growing a crop, selecting or harvest the crop by right-clicking. Left-clicking will try the plant in the drop seed bag. It's not guaranteed, however, the chances rise as maturity does. Collect 8 seeds of any kind. Unlike next quest, you'll need the low-voltage scanner. Haven't already, consider building some filing cabinets to make sorting and moving large quantities of seeds a breeze. Also, properly sort the seeds based on name. To find a specific seed, type its name in NEI and double-click the bar so it highlights yellow. And you go through the filing cabinet and find the exact seed bag you want. Neat stuff. Another word obtained. Crop automation. Bees. Alright, I guess we're doing some bees today then. That'll be a good thing to do while we wait. Bee breeding. I suppose we still need meadows. That'd be good. We're gonna see the surface again. Meadows will be like plains biome and stuff, I think. I hope we have enough copper at this point. Suppose I can fire these guys up, can't I? Probably time to upgrade our boiler. Upgrade our cruise soap production and the high pressure boiler to 2x2. I'm out of steel. Okay. Probably not worth doing anymore for now. I guess 71% is pretty alright. Okay, what did this thing say about chunk loading? Loading the chunk. Personal chunk loading, passive. Alright, Minecraft works in chunks. You can load chunks in a few ways. Server utilities mod default settings. You will not be able to chunk load. Feel free to change that in the configure being a single player or running your own server. Use 4 types of anchors from Railcraft, although they're not craftable until a low voltage tier, an SP, or in a server. You run a cheat admin anchors to chunk load forever for free. The limit on servers prevent TPS dropping from people chunk loading base forever when they aren't even there. The officials, you can use ender fragments, ender pearls, or coins to fuel them. Look at the tooltip for how long it'll work. Use one of the blocks to chunk load itself. You just on a server, expect the admins possibly get very mad at you. It's not something you're allowed to do. It says feel free to change that in the config if you're in a single player world. The server utilities mod. General maybe? Oh, I can change the AFK time. Let's set this down to like 3 minutes. Wait, can I? I can't modify it. So yeah, I suppose I turn on chunk claiming and then I'll have chunk loading. Okay, maybe I just have to be outside of the game. Oh yeah, we'll change this down to like 3 minutes. And then world. Claiming true, chunk loading true. Alright, so now hopefully we can chunk load. It did say feel free. I'm still kind of like, you know, they have the anchors and they cost ender pearls. Which I suppose we'll use those eventually. Like, for now, though, this is gonna be super nice. Wait, can I not? Okay, there we go. Chunk load this area. That should be plenty. Alright, I'm gonna go find Meadows. Right? We got Sorceress. We got Rocky. We have Forest. We have Modest. We need Meadows. There's so many bees. What in the world? There's bleached ones. We do need tropical too. So do we want to head this way then? We'll head down the river. I'm gonna head over this way. I probably should have brought a backpack for food, but it's fine. Like the Pam's Gardens and stuff. I should probably work on getting the healing axe a little bit more actively. I think we have all the garden types, we just need more of them, and then we have to do like the specific food crafts. Backpack for storing bees would have probably been wise. The more I think about it. Oh well. That's so overkill for a chicken. I was gonna say, if I'm in rubber armor, we actually kind of got to go back. Rubber armor has like super low durability. It's like 64 or something like that. What in the world's that thing? Maybe I'm gonna regret doing this. Maybe it's just the Eerie node. My guess is just an Eerie node. I'm so curious though. Yeah, it's just an Eerie node. And it's called like an Eerie obelisk or something else, but there's an Eerie node in that top block. Alright, I should start looking for hives. I wonder if that plains would be good to go to. It's a little bit of tropical stuff over there. Our goals are tropical and meadows for bees. Random parkour horses. Apparently we're gonna actually need horses later. We're gonna make glue, like unironically, which I think is kind of funny. Ooh, what's that? That's big. And there's a tinker smelter. That's actually huge. Yep. We're over there. I'll walk around because it's about to turn night, right? I want to have the option to immediately sleep. Is it time to make Torment Farm? I mean, Molten Emeralds would be helpful. Maybe not, though. We're also in 1.7 though, and I think villager breeders are a little bit more complicated in this version. They're like door instead of bed based. 1.14 did a lot to make it really easy to farm villagers. Well, I actually have no good way to see the current time for this current configuration. My polybar isn't popping up on my right monitor because it's technically like monitor 4 or something. I've been like switching between graphics cards and stuff a bunch. Plus one modifier is sick for the sword. I was beginning to think we were out to make like a actual XP farm in order to start leveling it. Really, still no hives. Okay, we have killed chickens. Nice. Oh, hi friend. I hope you don't mind if I just, you know, yoink. You're a railcraft villager, aren't you? Yeah, you're a rail. No, I don't know what you are. You're some kind of villager. Wait, they didn't have a smelter controller. That's funny. It's a very small village. No spider webs. That looks like a structure over there. Suppose we can go to the structure? My goal really is bees. I know we found 0 bees so far. But that is genuinely the goal. There's another cow. Alright, let's go to the structure. This also looks like a place where meadows would spawn. Bees. Exactly, Gavin. I'm glad you understand. Will that? It does have cultists. Alright. There is a chest up there, though. Known good chest, or perhaps bad chest? Or no chest at all? I say we go for known good chest. Cultists have the good book. Do they have the good book? Oh, dude, it's been so long since I played Thaumcraft. I forgot that was a thing. There's like a book you can right click, right? And it gives you taint or something like that. I forget what it is. Modest. Magnesium and nickel. Turret base. I use forbidden knowledge. Is there a downside for forbidden knowledge? I forget. Like I said, Thaumcraft is one of those things where it's like, I really haven't messed with Thaumcraft in a long time. Oh, there's a slime thing up there. But like, it doesn't have any actual negative effects unless you're in a mod pack that uses it, right? For opening the eye, Thaumcraft is full of that. I mean, other than like actual taint biomes and stuff, I've never really seen Thaumcraft being one where it's like negative effects or whatever. Like, yeah, I know they got negative effects, but they've never been. They're not negative effects I take seriously. Warp, that's what it's called. 20 knowledge points. Do I want the rings? I'll take the rings for now. Hardcore Ender expansion. I still don't know what that stuff is. So no clue. Oh, those things are so free to craft. Why am I even grabbing them? I suspected they could hold enchants. I didn't expect them to be like pennies to craft. Purple stuff is physical warp, turns into a taint if left alone too long and into great quantities. What does warp on your character do, though? Do you get, like, hallucinations and stuff? Causes the negative effects, big spooky letters, squiggly text. Blindness, mob spawns, puking. Ah, okay. So there are actual negative effects. Dude is stuck in his house. That's an interesting structure over there. Yeah, I remember when villages spawned like this. This is wild. They cannot be allowed to learn how to read. It'd be too dangerous if they knew how to read. To be able to spread their knowledge with others. I guess that's the reason why I didn't get into Thaumcraft in most of our worlds. Oh, it's another roguelike dungeon. I guess it's not roguelike. It's just a desert dungeon. Oh, what's that? It's gonna be like a modest or something. Resonating. Sorceress. No cobwebs. Oh, another altar. I guess we go this way. There's a beehive. Tropical or meadows? I will take either. It is a curious. Mystical, is that a good one? Or has it been long enough you don't remember, Gavin? Wintry. Too long to remember specific names? Okay. What in the world? Oh, that's just the sun. Looks pretty though. I got plenty of comb back at base, unless we need like specific comb for something, which hopefully we'll have the bees in order to make. Will be good. So if I remember right, those are rainforest oak, because we have one near our base. Yeah. Might be able to use a, whatchamacallit? That was the Coven Witch. Might be able to use a filing cabinet for them. Oh no, those are definitely taiga trees. This is not where we want to be if we want... Oh, but that's big. It's not where we want to be if we want tropical. I'll loop back around the other direction. I wonder how much skystone we're gonna need. Oh, this one's pretty much intact. Wow. Intact and unburied. Dude, it's bugging out big time. Wow. It's like trying to connect the textures, but like at the same time it's like, wait, should we be connected? Where's my chest? Dude, it is freaking out. It does not like this block. Can these things spawn without a chest? I thought there was always a chest. And it was like always in the middle. Like we should have intersected it. So there should be a chest. Okay. Oh, here it is. I'm being dumb. Silicone inscriber is pretty good, if I remember right. Brother Gavin. Did you just notice the chest way before I did or something? Alright, so let's, I don't want to go through the desert, though. Kind of our best option if we want to head back now or keep going. So you saw it before I did, only to realize I hadn't seen it. Rip. That'd be, like, so hard to... Oh, whatchamacallit. So hard to describe where it was, right? Because I've basically already gone past it. Alright, dismissed it. Eerie pillar. I guess we can diagonal this way, maybe. Another Wickerman. Do you remember if we need one of each bee, or should we be taking multiple queens? I thought we want multiple queens, but not completely sold on that yet. Get more inventory space, lordy, yeah. I should have built a beehive, bee bag before I left.
Says hydrate. Chunk.
All right. Thank you, Sarah Knight. I wonder if we want the foot for anything. So that'll be a problem for another day in case we do. Unusual. Wait, can I get magnesium yet? Space mining? Which I should be able to get nickel. I think nickel is like literally in the next tier. Like, we're gonna have to go find nickel pretty soon here. There are some nice trees though. Fur. So direwolves are aggressive, remember right? Not sure if that is a direwolf or not. You can keep spinning, I don't mind. As I was saying, that's funny. I thought it was a plant. I was like, oh, I'm getting killed by the plant I walked over. You do some damage. What the heck are these? A mystical. Okay, it's stacked with the drone. Cool. Forest seal is also really not very helpful, right? That's like not even 4 minutes. We're not even 4 minutes of our steel production. Which has been chunk loaded this entire time, so we should have plenty. Hopefully. Marshy hive. The cow knows what's coming. I mean, the wish spawners will be useful, but like super far from now, right? I could just abandon our clipboard. This thing wasn't too bad to make. It's helpful, but at the same time, as I get rid of the purple drink, or is there a food I can get rid of? Get rid of the carrots and put the drink in there. Dude, a random ice block. That's a... What hive is that? That's like a watery hive. I'm not interested in them. I could pick them up, but I need the inventory space. They're marshy. So they can get rid of a wintry queen. Got a ton of those. I guess princess, not queen. And we got neither of the bees we needed. That sucks big time. What in the world? Oh, it's an obelisk. It's an altar, I should say, not an obelisk. The slowness is because of the potion we just drank. The purple ones we get from the Thaumcraft chests are decent food. They do give us slowness. What in the world is that? Is that a goblin house from Witchery? The only one that'd be good to keep is the silver, I think. Nothing else here skips anything. Modest, yes. I have nothing else that could fit in here, do I? Oh, I hear a wisp. Just get rid of the clipboard. Or the plant lens. I think we're about to craft a better one anyways. Let's see where the wisp is. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with magnesium. I probably should have gotten rid of that earlier. Surely there aren't many rabbits left in our kill quest. Hi, friend. It's electrical protection. Alright, we're basically back at base. So we got Modest. We did not get Tropical, unfortunately. We did find some goodies. I'll check out that one over there too. Is this Modest? Yeah, there's no drone. Why do I need 24 Skystone? I guess 4 stacks. I don't think I do. I'll drop down to 3 stacks. Kind of foolish of me for doing that for so long. I just assumed since the quest wanted us to have 4 stacks, it's like, we'll probably need 4 stacks in the future. Probably should have marked where it was at, but oh well. Lead might be helpful. I'm sure we're at a point where I can find lead though. And then nether probably. Just like nickel and aluminium. Not gonna be a super valuable craft to get. I guess ingot to get. I'm not gonna let us skip anything. Oh wow. Okay, I'll wait a little bit. It's a good food. It is funny that we put on the hazmat suit as we walk into the base as opposed to when we walk out of it. I do find that very funny. Your base is a hazard? Yeah. Do I have the dolly? I do have the dolly. It's like the outside world isn't hazardous. Our base is hazardous. We can make this thing even bigger. Wow. These Factorio bugs, that would be funny. There's a coiners, there's a builders, there's an adventurers, foresters. Maybe a foresters will. Okay, so adventurers is not something. I don't know what that coiners is. Does this pick up bees? No. Oh, we got another backpack. We just had raw lapis in there this whole time. That's weird. I was thinking about it on our trip. We're gonna put lapis on the sword to begin with. Here's our first modifier. That thing is still going. These guys are still overloaded. Manually intervene a little bit. Those guys are out of coal. This is probably jammed, isn't it? Wait, why isn't this working? Oh no. Weird. Should probably put that in a more accessible spot. So much steel. Oops, not cool. Where is... Here's the rest of the steel. There's a quest for having a bunch of steel. For X steel, yeah. Alright, where are we at? We got books, welcome to forestry. Yeah, I'm not worried about forestry at the moment. 4x steel though was multi-blocks. Oh, here it is. Unexpected bonus. Because we're nice developers, we decided to add a little bonus if you happen to compress charcoal. Use it in a brick blast furnace or in a boiler. It yields 10 times the burn time of a piece of charcoal. So 1 charcoal for free. This bonus only occurs on the first compression step, but for franchisiness, you should get a quintuple one. Of course, they're kind of useless and you're using BBFs or boilers, that you can't make them to make industrial diamonds. Wait, double compressed, triple, quadruple, quintuple. Oh my god. Smelts millions of items. That's crazy. Okay, so this gets combined with spinach, dough. Dough. White mushrooms. Where did I dump these? Alright, there we go. Dough, white mushrooms. And we get more beef Wellingtons. Currently our primary source of food. We can throw the rest of the leather in there, sure. Clean up the rest of our quest book. If you're working, I'm assuming you're working. Alright, turn this in. Give me probably rubber? Let's grab rubber. Kill all the things. We did zombie apparently? I guess we did zombie when I was expanding the base yesterday. We did sheep today. We did chicken today. Alright, so that's more coins. For Steam, we got Welcome to Forestry. We get book, buckets, and steak sandwich. For Stone Age, we did Fallen from the Sky. I guess I'll take the enchanted book because everything else is just terrible. I should probably upgrade those bags. I heard there's an assembler recipe for them. Alright, wizard, survivor, explorer, and technician. And we're up to 8 lives, I believe. Hell yeah, I can start playing very risky now. 8 lives. The only issue is if I lose all my stuff, which hopefully I won't. Should we make the bookshelf or not worry about it? I also need a way to get over there. This will do for now. Actually, we should check on our crops downstairs, shouldn't we? And I need another analyzer, which hopefully I have glass for. I have quite clear glass, which I think can be chiseled back into normal glass. Yep. Then I just need flint and whatever the thing is. A diamond? Oh man. What am I do? It's gonna cost a whole diamond? Man, that's really expensive. Wow. Okay, never mind. I can't get too sarcastic. We only have 4 diamonds. But, diamonds are pretty easy to get. We know where a diamond vein is. Alright, and plant lens. Okay, and hopefully I have more crop sticks downstairs. We got wheat, potatoes, reeds, barley, more reeds. Oh man, so many weeds. That looks promising. That looks very, very promising. Got a jungle, that's a reed, and that's a reed. But this guy on the end here, though. Stick reed, woo! So this now calls for a change of strategy. Well, a change of strategy. We need to protect this thing at all costs. So the general idea right now is we just let it spread. This is probably the riskier way to do things, if I'm being completely honest. Let me think about it while we get a soda. Because, like, the idea with this is that it's going to spread, right? But we have the concern that a weed may grow and destroy the stick reed. Yeah, like, bam, there's already a weed right there. And, well, I got up and walked away for a few seconds. But the other idea is that we let it grow like this. I don't know how we harvest it though. Yeah, I did just say weed, Gavin. Got a problem with that? I'm calling the police in Minecraft. Bum bum bum. Not the Minecraft police. Not the Minecraft police. Wow, I deleted those blocks. Electric tree tap. Dude, why do they make us... Dude, this is such an annoying craft. I was not planning on using the whole saw, but that works. I think I'd learn. You think I learn, and yet here we are. Do I have another bookshelf around here somewhere? Guys, welcome to forestry. Want to make some automated farms, work a tree, or bee breeding? Want the forestry work table for easier recipe access? And this is the chapter for you. You'll need a bookshelf to unlock it. Better rev up that compressor. It's actually going to make me... It's actually going to make me do this. Manual crafting table, which remembers the last 9 used recipes. Left click one of the recipes to automatically fill the crafting grid. Right click to lock and memorize to prevent a new recipe from bumping it. Resources needed to go in the internal inventory. The crafting matrix is only a visual representation. The forestry work table is super useful and can reduce the tedium of many common jobs because you can click drag across a row of items and it will use tools in its own inventory to continue crafting. Specifically, making X item with bucket of Y. Put all ingredients in the table. And if the recipe is selected, shift-click the result to craft them all at once until you run out. Making fresh water for Pam's, same as above, but no second item. Making clay bricks, the wooden form is automatically reused. Making anything that uses a tool, also automatically reused while consuming durability. So recipes will be broken, so yeah. I mean, we can craft it again, but it's really not all that useful now that we know how to use NEI. NEIs is just better by like a wide margin. The only concern is if there's quest lines locked behind it. So I suppose we can craft it. Then 4 screws. So watch this, I'm gonna be out of saws. I'm legit not seeing any anywhere. What is this, like hammer file like this or like this? There we go. So at the 4 screws. All right, we got a second one. Just because they wanted me to. Get raw iron, apple, oaks, and some coins. All right, and that'll probably unlock something later. Oh yeah, it did. It unlocked the core block. Wait, we seriously get engines? All right, first off, don't be scared by the massive amount of bees you see here. Once you unlock the breeding trees, there's even more that aren't included. You'll need any eye to find. Ha, just kidding, don't panic. The breeding lines unlock bit by bit, showing you what you can go for next, mostly from the top to bottom. The large icons represent particularly powerful bees. Many of the basic bees have multiple breeding options. Only one is shown in the breeding tree. Bees have 2 sets of traits, active and inactive. The active one affects the behavior of the bee, while the inactive one is relevant only for breeding bees. A trait can be dominant or recessive. When getting newly bred princesses and drones, check both sets in case you got the desired traits. You can breed the ones with inactive traits to try to make them active in later crosses. A field kit or GT scanner cannot see passive traits, so you need a bee analyzer for that. When breeding bees, a good idea is to settle upon a master template bee, a bee that has little to no crossbreeding potential but has all the traits you want. Short life, nocturnal, cave dwelling, rain tolerant, humidity tolerance, temperature tolerance, 4x fertility, and so on. Once you have that bee, breed a bunch of pure princesses with those traits as both active and inactive. These will be your breeding stock. Not the bees for gene kits. That would be funny. So we want like a super bee, which has like literally everything. And then we want to start going for the different species. You said he did bees, not that I did ethically true. If you're trying to get new species, what you want is a drone. This way you can use your breeding stock princesses with that drone to get new species without the annoying effects or limitations. Poorly crossed princesses can be returned to normal by crossing with breeding stock drones or just throwing them into storage. They now have annoying restrictions. Make sure you keep the trait and species you want and slowly merge the good traits from your breeding stock. You don't want to have to do this part in apiary. You can use the bee house to swap around traits. Remember that no species mutations occur in the bee house. Ignoble bees are good to swap traits because they're mostly disposable. They have a chance to die after 100 breeding cycles, increasing slightly more each generation after that. Through genetic stability, frames can make them live longer. I mean, that is fair. You did suggest melting the villagers. Once you solidify your species, create a pool of drones. You can use those to convert pristine princesses to new species. Pristine princesses will not die, but they can become ignoble under certain conditions, like using tons of production frames. Rocky bees are a great source. All the princesses are always pristine. They have decent traits, and there's a bunch of them underground. If you have an ender core, you can collect them with that. Once you get new species, it will replace either all active or inactive traits. If the mutation happens twice in the same bee, it'll replace both sets. For example, okay, so replace one. For example, when you get a cultivated bee, either the active or inactive column will have the default cultivated traits. Mix it a few times, eventually get a purebred version. Just watch out that you don't lose a key trait like fast worker for cultivated. Most effects are useless, so you can disregard them. All quests require purebred. Purebred means that the inactive species trait is the same as the active. All traits can be bred into any bee species aside from the species itself. Species also determines preferred temperatures and humidity as well as drops. Species require the preferred temperature and humidity to be in the jubilant state and produce their special drops. You can also mimic this with the alveary or industrial apiary, but not with tolerances. Advanced frames can provide useful boosts to mutation chances or lifespan reduction for faster breeding cycles. However, the excessive multipliers will increase genetic decay, giving a chance for a pristine princess to become ignoble. It looks complex because it is, but it's also a lot of dangerous and useful fun. Oh boy. Oh. I think tropical is the only one I'm missing out of here. Oh, we got so much. We got so much. Wait, do I not have meadows? Was meadows not an option? Oh no. Did I mess up? Meadows was not an option. Oh, so I need legendary in order to get drones? Dude, that is a wall of text. Oh, well, at least we have plenty of comb. Wait, what? Why are you not? Oh, it's spruce logs. I am a real idiot for putting that in there. Expecting anything to happen. That was my rubber logs. It looks so similar. Just make sure we don't have any weeds, I suppose. And then just let this be a field. Okay. Max size optimal harvest. Right click, we get sticky resin. Okay. And then do I have... I do have the X. This might not be the fastest way to get sticky resin, if I'm being completely honest. Dude, that resin just deleted itself. Yeah. The reeds are definitely better. I'll set that up when I can actually babysit it, and I'm not focusing on bees. I'll throw these in there, because why not? Wait, it actually doesn't stack? That's funny. Oh, silver nuggets. How's it going, Euros? Well, we're actually getting close on copper. How much more smelting do we have to do? There's some more smelting to do. Oh, this guy's getting space. We might have to go mining one more time for copper to get enough. Bees are up. That is true. We're setting up for a massive craft in here. We're actually surprisingly close now. And we're doing bee stuff in the meantime. We need like 3 more stacks of steel. We need some more sticky resin, and we need to process all of that stuff into rubber. How to be. Apparently this doesn't count. Okay. We'll read the other one and then we'll get it. A couple basic bees that have good stats you want to breed into your breeding stock. Cave dwelling from rocky. So you put the bee housing underneath or inside, handy for putting a chest on top for products. Nocturnal from rocky. This keeps your bees working all night long and in the dark. Rain tolerant from water. Keep breeding even while it's raining. High fertility from wintry. For breeding purposes, you want the maximum number of drones produced. Keep in mind that specialty products from bees require the jubilant state. To be in the state, bees need to have essentially preferred humidity and temperature. Just being able to work due to tolerances is not enough. For example, a salt bee needs to be warm in normal climate. Even if it has plus minus humidity and temp, it will not produce a salt comb unless it's in a warm / natural climate. Use alveoli upgrades to make sure it's in the preferred temp and climate. And we're grabbing tropical. Heroic bees. I do still need to get meadows. Alright, next you'll find some tropical bees. The hives can be found in jungle biomes. Be careful, these bees are very aggressive and can poison you. Collect the silky combs and extract some silk wisp from those in order to make some apiarist clothes. Try to get pristine bees. If you're having trouble finding them, you can use Nature's Compass to search for a specific biome. The Nature's Compass? Habitat locator? Where's the carpenters? It looks pretty cool. Requires an assembler? That is super free though. I suppose we are at the point where we can make an assembler, aren't we? We're just holding off because of that monstrous project. Analyze them all. Every bee has multiple properties to find what it does, how it behaves, rain or night, a couple of different aspects. Mandatory keep track of these properties. This isn't very good since it's giving information on their inactive attributes, but waste not, want not. I need paper to analyze each bee. No, we need steel. Oh, man. Oh, we need another glass lens. Bee analyzer. Oh, this bee analyzer is made out of bee analyzer. Oh, excuse me. Wait, basic bees can have a bee analyzer. We got an apiary. It's actually kind of big, I think, right? Got a bee house, that's fine. Eggs plus bone. Wow. Okay, well, we got a second bee house we can put down here. I probably got a set of Rockies I can throw in. Pristine. I can throw those in, that's fine. So now I know pristine means that they won't die out randomly. Ignoble means they could in 100 generations. How do you get more queens then? Do you literally just have to like constantly explore for more queens? It actually sounds really annoying. Alright, Rip, we didn't get lucky at the drop. So yeah, we're gonna need the carpenter now. Copper nickel. Nickel plus copper. I only need 2. See if we have any nickel lying around. I do also need to make a filing cabinet probably for all these bees. Would be another useful thing. Hopefully it can hold like multiple breeds of bees. That'd be my only complaint if it can't. So what then? 2. Oh, we got the sulfur dust still. I need to just put in more raw rubber. I was always going to have to process more sulfur before I could continue this. Alright, this goes into plates. Sturdy frame, low voltage. Okay, yeah, none of that's bad. No, that's bad. The only part that's annoying is that we're pulling from, out of this chest. Collapse that. Add this recipe, add this recipe, add this recipe. Add that, iron, add that. This, add the wire mill, this one, tin cable, add this one, for this add the wire mill, so that's the motor taken care of, that's the tin cable, electric piston, which also requires one of those. And then for the steel plate, we use the bending machine. Cross into that. Should be all that portion. The electronic circuit we still need to do. The arm we still need to do. Actually, we got the arm in there. This is all in preparation for just the arm. Wow. Vacuum tubes I've already got. Alright, I believe... Okay, no, we still have a tank we need to do. Which, we got that creosote tank, which I can... hopefully drain now? Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Okay, that was way faster than I thought it would be. Still hurts though. break the wrong block and just like mobs come flooding in. Okay, so I got the tank. Then we need small suit gear is already done. We add this, add the screw, add the bolts. Rod should already be in there, yep. Add the bronze casing with this recipe. Electric motor's already in there. Man, this thing's a craft. Wow. Oh well, bees gives us something to do while we kill time, which I appreciate. Okay, because like the rest of this stuff is already done, right? So I don't want to poach stuff that I've already counted out, and it's like, yeah, that stuff's done. It hurts a little bit less when I'm poaching stuff that I know is not done quite yet. Okay, so I need 2 circuit boards. I'll make the second one here. So I can get rid of that, I can get rid of that. I only need 3 steel casing. I have 6, so I can get rid of that one. I guess I could do the wire mill more.
Kedic says hydrate more.
Thank you for the hydrate, Serenite. Not me, just throw this in the wire mill on 3. Yeah, I did. I heard the TTS. Oh, yeah. I had auto output off. I was having it make all the red alloy wires, I guess, a while ago. So this will be, so I got that one done. This will be this one completely done. For the rubber sheets, I have the bending machine. I need 30. So that means I got all the red alloy wire. I can make it all into sheets. 18. I only need 15. And this is configuration 1, yep. So I'll be all the copper wire. We do need 10. I need 12, 10. It's funny, I have more copper than 10 now. That's your go-to phone case brand. Oh boy, Serenite. My last phone case for my old phone was just like a random brand. Like, I'm not even sure what it was. It's just like a brand like we picked up in the store. My current phone I've had since 2021, 2022, probably like late 2021. No phone case. Zero cracks. It has been dropped. I mean, it's obviously scratched, but not like visibly so, unless you're like looking like crazy. I got a voicemail 2 hours ago. I mean, OtterBox is like the go-to recommendation, right? They seriously sent me... Seriously left me a voicemail. The spam call or whatever I got earlier today on stream. Yeah, OtterBox is the usual go-to. Like if you told me I had to put my phone in a case, I'd probably pick an OtterBox. But like I said, I haven't. Why do I need the red alloy bolts? Oh, because it's used in the vacuum tube? Guess I'm missing the vacuum tube recipe in here. Oh, I was, okay. A little bit more expensive than I thought. Really not much though. They're good, but again, the reviews are the good sides. People saying their build strength has gone downhill. Okay. Yeah, and I wouldn't know that. Like I said, my phone doesn't have a case. I trusted the marketing of Gorilla Glass, and you know, it's done me pretty good so far. Maybe we gotta be careful with how fast we do those crafts. That's the only time I've crashed, is when I do those crafts. Especially when inventory space is low. So I got the 4 screws. I can get rid of the bolts. I need the bronze casings. I guess in the interest of time, I'll do it this way. I need 18 plates at the moment. Yep, tier 1, perfect, 48. Don't need that anymore. Probably have enough iron, but I'll throw more iron up here because I think I was running low last time. We'll do this. I need to grab redstone. The bookshelf's not doing any favors. Got the 24 bolts. I got the 20. Do I have the 2410? I do have the 2410, and I've covered all of them. I need the coal dust still. That's lignite. I don't care about lignite. Get out of here. You're just bad coal. Alright, I guess we have to make some for... Can I just double macerate coal? I'm centrifuged. Crush coal or... So it's like coal and a macerator. Can I not put it in macerator? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then we just get coal dust. Okay. Seems I just need 4 coal. Makes things easy. That needs to be cut. I forgot about that. That's not one thing I have on the game plan. We need the redstone. It does feel good to be crafting again, even if it is a little bit less efficient this way. So I can make the magnetic rods, get rid of that. I can make the low voltage machine casing. Shouldn't be anything holding us back on vacuum tubes. Spring casing should be good. Resistors. Ah, I knew I needed something. I got to do that. It was like a thought that like ran through my head is like, I gotta set that up. I'm gonna put that back on 3 and run it. Man, it's too quick. Wait. Oh, derp, I'm an idiot. Wrong machine. Dude, I was so confused. I was ready to broken it or something. Alright, so that's resistors. Wait, what am I missing? Resistors, wire. Coal dust. Alright, and then that should be our electronic circuits. I already got the plates. I can make the steel gears. There shouldn't be anything holding me back from the motors. Do I need 7? Alright, let's see. Some of these might be a quest, right? Because I haven't stepped super far into here. Okay, the robotic arm is going to be a quest. Yep. Alright, we're gonna make lots of it. We get 2 circuits and we get a loot bag. Neat. I'll use the loot bag later. And it should be a carpenter's. Hell yeah, look at that. This thing's interesting if I remember right. Yeah, so we need seed oil. There's no way this isn't a quest line. I should probably hold up my inventory a bit longer. Molten redstone. Wait, how the heck do we get molten redstone in here? Then like this is like, I need a squeezer too. I gotta make more. I gotta make more. Oh, man. All right, 6 bronze casing. 24 steel. With 16 put through the bending machine. 3 per. I'll just manually do it again. We have plenty of bronze. It's not the end of the world if we lose some. So I just need to make 4 of these. I guess not 4, 2. Hey, I've gotten decent at the mental math. What time is it? 4:11. All right, I'll go for another like 50 minutes. Craft, 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 craft. Yep, street casing is the basis for almost all machines, that should be an equivalent of machine casing. Is this worth getting? I don't think it is. Because, I mean, what? The other options are 8 steel. I guess, yeah. Never mind. Carpenter is similar to automatic crafting table. It has an item input slot and a storage slot for the recipes. Some recipes need additional fluid like water, creosote, honey, or molten redstone. With the Carpenter, you can make farm blocks, woven backpacks, bee and tree analyzers, and many more. Carpenter needs power to work. You can use a GT cable or a battery box to connect the machine or make some forestry railcraft or buildcraft RF engines. Yes, it's a pain to automate. Just make one for each thing you want to make. We got another miner's backpack. That's actually, I'll take that. I'm not upset with that. We got another fancy oak sign. And also a spawn egg. Oh well. That'll be useful, you know, like 15 hours from now. Not 15. 50 hours from now when we have access to the whatchamacallums. Let's grab the bag. I feel like gambling. We get wheat. What a loot bag. Alright, so that covers that. Here's the RF stuff. I've got the ethanol. This all comes back to field kit, right? Trying to make our field kit. Oops. And I want one. Add the rings. I don't have glass. I have clear glass, which I suppose I can chisel, right? And then our diamond. All right. Got the lens. Give us the steel rods. Wait, do I not? Why do I have steel rings? Single use hammer. We're missing hammer. There we go. Field kit. Analyze them all. And then we got paper upstairs too to grab. Hopefully that spider isn't too much of an abomination. Looks like a cave spider maybe. Where do I refill? Oh, there we go. And there are multiples. We just had a spider swarm, I suppose. Weird. Oh, paperwork's gonna be very useful now. Alright, cool. So now we got field kit. Gives me another bag and some paper. PB&J, sure. Alright. Scan or not to scan. Impregnated frames. Which requires seed oil, which means squeezing seeds, which means we need a squeezer. Which is another annoying craft. You basically gotta do the same thing over again except for a different block. Wait a minute, this is like literally the same recipe. Yeah. Wow. I mean, if we want frames, we'll probably need frames if we go any deeper into this, right? We do get 2 extra bee houses. I suppose I can throw more Rockies in. Am I Rocky Jones? All these guys do their thing. Thing's jammed again, of course. Why wouldn't it be jammed? Okay, and I should put my hazmat suit back on. Yeah, we got slowness from the hazmat. That's how quick it took. With pollution or whatever. I suppose we already have the low voltage circuits, right? So this won't be quite as bad as last time. Where the 2 copper nickel pop up? End up. Oh. Copper nickel. piston, which requires these. You require these, which we use the bending machine for. Electric motors. We use wire mill. We aren't using wrought iron, we're using iron, which we make like so. We make the magnetics like so. Tin cables, wire mill. To be electric piston. I guess alright, I did add the electric motor. I need a small gear in there. We need the tank. I think obsidian glass is the easier for us to get. The iron rod already in there. Add this, add this, add that. Piston, I got that. Should be all of it. 16, 18. So we should have enough steel already in our inventory. 18 of it's got to go to plates. This is very satisfying. It's like checking off checkboxes and stuff. It's very nice, very relaxing. Oh, and this actually doesn't require any circuits to create. I just now noticed that. Okay, 6 needs to be in the wire mill. At 1. And then 5 tin. Imagine if it made bronze wire. That'd be interesting. These are all still on, right? Yeah. Still on and still plugging away. Wait, do we have... We actually have enough copper for the 128 low voltage circuits. Oh. Well, let it spread once. Hopefully. Is this how this works in IC2? I thought that's how it worked like back in the day. I don't know if somebody can confirm or deny. Do I need 2 plants, or can I get away with just the 1? Okay, this is taking a while. I'll assume we need 2. And I'll just be like 50-50 that we get stick read or something like that. So I'll just crossbreed it with reed and then check and get more seeds that way. Oh yeah, I need 10 rubber. Okay, that isn't bad. I legit completely forgot all about that. Wait, do I need more? Or just the 10? Just the 10, I think. Okay, we gotta crush the obsidian. We only need 2 blocks crushed. Macerator. Alright, so 10 wires are done, that's done, that's done. Plates are done. Am I missing something? I don't know why it wouldn't just do that. Okay, whatever. I need redstone. I need 12 redstone. I got quite clear glass. It needs to be thickened, which, funny story, if I remember right, thickened glass actually requires something to craft most of the time. But we can just chisel it into the harder variants of glass. I don't know why, I think it's super funny. Okay, I'm not crazy, this works, right? Yeah, so smugged. So smug. My hubris is my downfall. Can I just use clear glass? Okay, whatever, we got there in the end. That's what matters. I forget what it was used for, but that was just like a little thing that... Wait, I made a third? I didn't even need to make one of those. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Alright, so that should be tank. I still didn't grab that. Of course I didn't. Why would I think ahead and grab the redstone? It's funny how that counted as a double click. Alright, we got a squeezer. Still crazy that's not an achievement somewhere. Okay, and I was told we can connect these to the standard energy units that we have right now. With like tin cables and stuff. Suppose I also need, I do have wire cutters, okay. Alright, so put carpenter here for now. If I find a better spot for it eventually, I'll put the squeezer here. And hopefully the squeezer can find and automatically output to the carpenter. Missing resources. Okay, so it does have RF still. Okay, so that is working. So, what do we want to make first? An achievement for impregnated frames, right? Which requires seed oil. So let's do that. What do I have the most seeds of? Oh, I can make it out of peas. Fermenter. What about pea seeds? I get 3. Hopefully it works pretty quick. I suppose I can fill a bucket, can't I? But I mean, like 3 of these, well, 64 of these at 3 each is like 192 or something, right? Oh, that must be the pollution. I thought it was because my render distance was so low, but it's because of pollution next to the aircraft thing. That's funny. So I can throw cotton seeds in there. That'll give us a bit more. How about carrots? I can put them in the carpenter. Is it carrot seeds or not carrot seeds? Oh yeah, I got infinite cotton seeds. You still only give 3 each though. This might be close to a full bucket. What else? We give seed oil. See if there's anything that jumps out to us. Melon seeds go 3 each. $15 from cherries. From acorns? Cashews go 45. This looks like if you use the stuff that grows on trees, you get a lot more. I guess we can go harvest the cherries, right? I think there's cherries not too far from us. Walnuts. Maybe these count? I'm surprised if they don't. I didn't think I saw bananas on there. I'll grab them just in case. Yeah, but there should be a cherry tree like literally just past this tree line somewhere. And the pollution's even reached the surface. That's hilarious. Where's my cherry tree? These are all my pear trees. I don't care about pear trees. There you go. You guys being so careful too. Knowing my luck, it's gonna spawn a slime and knock me further in. That'd be funny. Okay, we got 2 cherries. I was hoping I'd have a bit more than that. That's a force dive. Oh well. Maybe we just gotta run it for like literally for forever. Oh, that's not what I was advertised. Nutmeg was another good one, if I remember right. I don't know, there's only like 2 nutmegs on that tree. Doesn't matter. Alright. So then how much? I need impregnated. I need 15 of these. So I need at least 2, if not 3 buckets of this stuff. That is wild. And a squeezer. We get fruit juice. Okay, so not those guys. I want walnuts. We do get seed oil. Nutmeg. It's not used in this. Chestnut? Yep. Alright, well, it helps, like, very slightly. Bees probably can't help us too much. Suppose I just need to make like a gigantic seed farm, right? Like pick one of the more productive crops and then just build like a whole field full of it. Suppose I should also pick it as like a multi-use crop too, right? Like for cotton I can use cotton, or is that a problem? My task of carpenters is the compression of your surplus resource blocks. Many bulk blocks and items can be packaged into crates. Huh. Look, creosote oil. Does it hold a lot, or? It is interesting though. Wonder how much you can store cobblestone. Wait, do reeds give? Very well in both of those. Not the squeezer though. Disappointing. We should expand that though. Do bees increase crop rate? I forget. Pro tip, put vanilla saplings. They give a natural 3x boost of pollination. The bees will pollinate them and you get lucky. Stick with oak and birch. Okay. So it's like I do trees too, don't I, for forestry? Means we're gonna be forced out of our cave pretty soon here. But I like our cave. It's comfortable. Even if it is a little polluted, you know. Let me just like walk over here. Wait, why is it not? That's weird, it's not changing the color of stuff. My Mattock down here? No, it's not. I knew I'd regret throwing it in a random chest. Now that I actually need it. So we want the security spreading essentially. As much as possible. So I'm gonna bet that it's got to cross, and it's just a low mutation. Well, yes, there has been a mutation chance that's been quite high for a while, but I'm assuming we'll be able to get more sick reads at more than a 1% chance or whatever. Should probably just cut down the trees that don't have sap, shouldn't I? Okay. Leave those things be for now. Sneeze. Oh. Alright, I'm curious what traits this guy has. Paperwork is your life now? Wow. Temperature tolerance of both. Territory average. Pollination slowest. Oh, I've got accepted, but now it's all paperwork all the way down. Wow. Congratulations, though. Diurneural? What is diurneural? Tolerant flyer. It just says rocks. And then if I put her back in here, do I see the princess that comes out? Or do I have to run it again? Okay, so what's recommended that we want for breeding? Good idea, start on a master template. We want short life, nocturnal, quave-delling. Nocturnal, yep. Short life. This cave dwelling? It doesn't say cave dwelling. I heard him. Where's he at? Thought I saw him. Well. Those guys do their thing. How's the squeezer going? We do have a bucket. Which means we are less than half of the way there. Cotton's probably our best bet, to be honest. I suppose maybe spinach or something would be bad either. Barley, can I not just right click barley? There we go. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't. So that we don't have an open hand, it doesn't harvest all the way. It doesn't like reset the plant down to 0. This can't go in the squeezer. So peas, we got extra. I'm disappointed that carrots cannot be squished. Oh well, that's more for us to use now. Probably still not even close. Man, that thing tries so hard, but it fails so much. All right, let's how's downstairs going actually? I'm hoping that the reed has grown. Bring some actual focus back to the stream, as opposed to just running around doing random stuff. Okay. The hope is that you get stick reed. And then I can harvest. Give it some time. But we probably do want to analyze at least all of our Rockies. And I'll build like a Rocky Super Bee, Rocky Super Bee. Make sure we got all of them. And then, how do we make a filing cabinet? This has been something that they wanted us to make for a little while. 4 steel plates, 4 screws. Whoops. Do I don't have a hammer, that's right. Boom, filing cabinet, and that should be in a quest. Quite different storage. Over here. Realize chests can fill up rather quickly if you have to collect mob drops like swords and or armor. By using the cabinet, you can store up to 270 items of the same type. Also, as in a dolly, you can break it normally and retain contents. Perfect for IC2, crop seeds, forestry saplings, or bees. Give me a second one. Sure. So now, hopefully, I guess have all of our bees in here. And hopefully they don't lose their metadata. Oh, you can't put drones? You can only put queens? Okay. Alright. Now it's time to start analyzing. Oh, there it is. It's funny, I start doing another project and then I find the one I was looking for, the current project. So yeah, the Rockies are the easiest to be happy, right? Our Rockies are currently very happy underground. So I get all these analyzed. Short life, slowest worker, tar fire. They're literally the same bee. They're literally all the same bee. Or I mean, you don't believe me. They are literally all the same bee. We have plenty of modest. Whoops. That one won't be a bad one to breed if it's got good stats. They're all ignoble, unfortunately. Wait, this one's cave dwelling? Oh, it says no. Oh, it needs cacti. Hot, arid. God, they're all gonna be the exact same bee. They're all the same bee, all the way down. Wintry drone had an interesting stat, they said. It was like productive or something like that. Short life, slower worker, needs snow. Common, but winter hardened beach tribe, cultivating warmer climates is a challenge. Oh, these didn't stack. Oh, because one's ignoble. Yeah, it's pristine. So what, do all wild bees have the same, like, primary stats? That's what it's looking like. Man, I'm getting disappointed. This is getting a little annoying. Shorter life, flowers, slowest workers. So I could cross this with the Rockies to try to get a faster lifespan, I suppose, right? Yeah, I should have frames around here somewhere too. Yeah, I have an untreated frame. It's super cheap to make. Okay, so apiary. I suppose I should put this upstairs, shouldn't I? It's about to become night. This should be a good biome for them. And then cross them with a Rocky. We're in Cold River. Now here we're in Boreal Forest. So we're normal temperature, normal humidity. If they want normal for both. Shorter life. Okay, cool. No flowers. Do two talls count? Two talls do not count. I don't even know what that was. I should have dandelion downstairs, and I probably have bone meal. Oh no, it does have flowers. Okay, cool. Dude, I love the little blue. Love the blue particles. I know it's like, I think it's like just like a super scaled down version of the bee, but I think it looks cool. Oh, whoops, and we have to put in our frames. Okay, so this should hopefully make us a better forest princess. That is the goal anyways. And we need oak and birch was recommended by the book in order to get basic forestry trees, right? Do I have any birch saplings? Apple oaks. I don't seem to have any birch. It's kind of wild. Ooh, I can buy bees now? That is nice. I was hoping to buy saplings though. And I'm going to start doing this too. Just because we're going to need access to the surface more often now. Because we're doing bees. We won't be completely safe for a while. Like, I gotta probably cover a pretty immense area in order to do that. But, it will hopefully be a good start. Or at least less likely to get ambushed immediately when we open the door. And have, like, spiders crawling across our heads. Alright. Alright, give me some crossbreeds. Dude, that's... That pollution's intense. Wow. Now you gotta put it at the IRS website. How so? Somehow worse than housing paperwork. Yeah, I can believe that. I can most definitely believe that. Oops. So tall. I love how I was like, sorry, I love how I was like, this is gonna be a big item gathering stream. And I go and I gather copper to begin with, and then it's just bees. And it's not even like super in-depth into bees, it's just like trying to figure out the basics and how they work and stuff. Like how we breed them and whatnot. But bees, we got bees. So we already got honeycomb. That was quick. Hopefully... yeah, hopefully that's fine. It should be. Breeding drones are rocky, effective production, or progress 35. So much foliage. What in the world? Whoever this is needs to mow their lawn more. So unkempt. Alright, so then how do I do this tree portion of forestry? If you get lucky, you found some bees in the village, put them in their houses next to some trees. Over time, the bees will slowly pollinate the leaves of the tree. Using a grafter, you can break the leaf blocks to receive a sapling 100%. Useful for getting the forestry saplings. This does not seem to work with magical trees, though. Tree villagers get proven grafters with longer lifetime. Also investigate magic. You've heard rumors of long-lasting grafters available to magicians. GregTech also offers a nice tool, the branch cutter. Centrifuge. Centrifuge is able to centrifuge up to 9 items out of bee combs. This is RF energy. Later bee combs need the GT one though. Keep that in mind. Huh. It isn't bad to craft. Suppose we will need that shortly, won't we? When we get anything useful out of the bee stuff. Okay, well I think that's all I got time for today. I am gonna go get some food, watch an episode of Attack on Titan probably, and then I'll be back on later tonight just on Twitch playing Terraria with Webby, maybe Volts, and Webby's friend Heidi. Heidi's a guildmate, he's a guildie, so play World of Warcraft with him. He's a pretty cool guy. Should be a lot of fun. Heidi and I are both experienced with Terraria, but Webby and Volts are not. So, hoping we can get them with a few things. I think that'd be really cool, and they're definitely not going to be seeing it. So, seeing it coming, that is. I'm gonna try to push him to making at least a, what should I call it? At least a master tier world. Probably a, what isn't it? Sapper. Rare stinging giant zombie. At least a expert world. I might be able to convince him to do a master world. That is almost certainly not a salt root. To say sticky in the name? It's gone. Destroyed. Obliterated. It's useless. But that's starting in about an hour from now. Pretty good day. Got a lot done. We're basically there, right? Like I'll spend some time though for the next hour AFKing, and we'll get our steel. And then it's just down to processing the rubber, probably. Maybe we'll need a little bit more rubber. I think we just need to process it right now. Especially if I get this stick raid. But then we can finally have 2 entire stacks of electronic circuits, which means we're not going to be having issues crafting them for a while. So that's going to be awesome. This does seem to do all right. Should probably mine the 2 trees that don't have them though. until next time, guys, take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.